Hi Capricorn, welcome to your monthly reading for March 2021. Although if you find this at a different date, it's just when you find it. The month ahead coming up for you. All the housekeeping stuff is down below with regards to personal reads and decks and subscriptions and birth charts. All that stuff is all down below. So let's see what we've got for you. What I'm going to do is a monthly spread. I'm going to break it down into 4 quarters of the month, and then I'll do an overall energy, and then we'll get a couple of animal wisdom cards to see what's going on around that, or if there's something else you need to know about. Sometimes it comes in and it's not tied to the read directly. Let's see what we've got. Okay, what have we got for the first quarter of March 2021, please, for Capricorn? Oh, 6 of Wands. Success, progress, recognition, public recognition. And again, because of the public recognition, you gain so much confidence from yourself. Really, confidence only comes from yourself anyway. So yeah, you just kind of feel like you're getting good feedback in whatever the situation is at the moment, and you're being recognised. And I think you've felt like you've been overlooked for so long in the world in general, and finally you're being seen and recognised, and praise feels really important for you, or at least positive feedback. I don't know if you've like been changing the way you look at things, and that's kind of brought in a more positive outlook for you, but it's working, Cap. Keep it going, because it's being recognised. The hard work that you're putting in is being recognised. Second week, you have the High Priestess coming in, the second quarter of the month. This is all about listening to your inner compass and things that aren't quite seen yet, but you kind of know that they're on the peripheral, on the horizon. You can kind of pick, you're tuning in. Something's not right. I don't know what. And this isn't to do with the situation where you're getting success. There's another situation in your life, and you've got a gut feeling that something's up, something's not right, or that you need to have a conversation. You just got a gut feeling that something you've got to tap into. Trust your gut, follow that, because you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. You just know that you just know it's there, and it's like the elephant in the room. Like, that's the only, it has to be, you know, it has to be breached or spoken about or talked about or brought to the table. And you have to trust your gut, because this is important that you follow your gut with this. Wow. Finally recognising, because you're in that good space and you've gained some confidence, you're now starting to trust your own gut and your inner compass, and that's 1, beautiful, and 2, making you more aware of other abilities you may have as well, by the way. But you're trusting your intuition, and that's so essential. Learning to trust yourself is the hardest lesson we all learn. The third quarter is Justice. So this is potentially truths, being open and honest with you and another person or a situation. Truths coming to the surface that bring about a resolution of something that has been off kilter, off balance at the moment. But it's a mutually beneficial resolution. I don't know if there's been some animosity between you and another person, or you've kind of got wind of something that's not quite right. Or I don't know, something needs, that elephant in the room needs talking about and dealing with, and this is kind of like dealing with that and finding a resolution to that situation. But because you're not listening to your head, you're listening to your gut, how to react to a situation. That's why it's different. That's why that cycle's breaking. But you're trusting your gut because of the recognition elsewhere. Oh, I like this for you, Capricorn. It's felt really negative for so long with Capricorn. And this is like, yes, all you needed was one person to see something good in you, and you've just flown. You handle this situation, whatever this is, this elephant, this situation. I'm literally getting an elephant in the room. I don't know what, that's all it keeps coming in. You find a different way because you follow your gut. You're finding a different way to deal with this situation or this person or whatever this is that needs resolving. And that means that this truths are told and accepted, because I don't think you've been listening to the truth. I don't think you've heard what you want to hear rather than what's actually being said to you, and that brings about this resolution. and everybody feels heard and everybody feels appreciated, and it brings a whole new balance to a relationship or a situation. But because you trusted your gut rather than going, well, if I do this, in your head it's like you go, if I do this and do this, and it's like you plan how it's going to go, and that doesn't work out, and that's because you have it set in your head so rigidly, that you go into it going, well, that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, because you've not taken into effect following your intuition and your gut of how to respond to someone. You've gone in and going, it's going to go this way, this way, this way, and this way, and then when it doesn't, that's when your frustrations come in and your defensiveness comes in. So by trusting your gut and being a bit more flexible and not knowing the outcome, because this is very much like not knowing what you're going into, there's mystery involved and the outcome's not certain. Because of that, because you're able to adapt, to follow your gut, change the way you deal with the situation instead of going in with a plan, that is when the resolution comes, because it's a way that you've never tried before. You didn't know that way existed. For the fourth quarter, you have the Ten of Cups, which is happiness, fulfillment, joy, harmony, it says on there, harmony. And I think this is to do with emotional, family, harmony, or within a relationship. Something to do with a relationship with another person or people. Brings about a whole period of like celebrating each other and being excited for each other, because I think there's been big changes going on and you've kind of known that these things are going on, or half known, or got wind, or got a feeling that something's happening, and instead of being excluded, you've gone, we need to resolve this, because if anything big is happening, they're not going to share that with us. And that's what's kickstarted your mindset. Like the success has changed the way you deal with the situation, but the fact that you're going, no, this needs resolving because something's up, and I'm not going to be told, because we don't have that harmonious relationship. It's not a joy when we're together, when we deal with each other. There's no we've lost the happiness, and you need it resolved to be, so they can be truthful, so they have a safe environment to be truthful with you, so they can share their successes. Because I think right now they don't share anything with you because they're scared that, because it's not what fits in with your view, and you get defensive, and you, in your form of defense is attack, Cap, and emotionally attack. And so because there has this safe environment, they can start sharing things with you, sharing their celebrations, sharing their joyous things. And in turn, that gives you a sense of joy as well. You've got somewhere to share the joy and share the burdens and merge with each other emotionally. Do you know what I mean? Like, share that help together. Your overall energy for the month, it says isolation, insecurity and struggle. I don't think this is the overall energy. I think this is the energy you're coming from into this situation, because you've sorry, I thought I'd turned a card around the wrong way. Because of this situation where you've been feeling isolated, insecure, struggling to communicate with them, you feel like you're detached from them, that there's no common ground between the two of you, that there's this gulf and chasm between you all, which is what I've been getting from the Capricorn feeds over the last couple of months. Because you have this energy where everything is like, you just feel alone and isolated, and that's come from this place. But because you've now been recognised in one area, which I'm getting work, because you've now been getting praise and positive feedback in one area, you go, do you know what, I'm not a bad person, I've been recognised, do you know what I mean, I have something to offer them. And I think that's because you've come into it with this, like feeling isolated and alone, and everything you touch seems turned to dust, and you just lost your self-value basically. When you start getting recognition in one area, you realise that things can turn around in other areas of your life, and then that's when this trusting your intuition and the resolution of other factors, it's like one bit of positive has a catalytic effect on everybody else, on every other aspect of your life. Abundance starts coming in because one bit of good came in, and it makes you seem hopeful and more positive, and that's what's bringing that in, rather than feeling isolated. Let's get you a spirit animal wisdom card for you. Spirit animal wisdom card for Capricorn, please. Monkey, inner child, don't take life too seriously. What did I say about not going in with a plan? Don't be so structured. Be a bit more playful. Be a bit more receptive, but joy going out. Do you know what I mean? Like, enjoy the happiness. That monkey swinging, eating bananas. Take some potassium. Do you know what I mean? Eat bananas. They're good for potassium. It makes you happier. It makes you more buoyant, more happy. Maybe that's why monkeys are happy. They eat bananas. But that's so broad sweeping, monkeys. I don't know why. I just got cross with myself. They're not all happy all the time, Kayleigh. Oh God, just like upbeat. Your upbeatness just feels amazing. Like keep the momentum going. Let it be the catalyst to make everything else pop. Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't be so hard on everybody else. Your oh nice. Your animal wisdom card. If you're arachnophobic, there's a spider on this image. So look away. But you have the spider. But the spider weaves a web of community and communication and wisdom and learns lessons and builds up everything around it. I think because you've been feeling so isolated, it's time for you to knit your web of who's around you and who's important in your life, and how you can knit together all those different aspects within the web. I'm not going to put it up again, so if you want to look again, it's there out the way. But yeah, it's knitting the web and making sure what's in your inner circle. What do you want to stick, and how are you going to make it stick? How are you going to build that up with them in order to have that in your life? What's precious and vital to you in your life? How are you going to, you know, I don't mean a web like to trap them. I mean like it's your home environment. Do you know what I mean? Like it's your inner circle. How are you going to build up your inner circle so it's all interconnected and it's all bright and rainbows, and because there's a rainbow colour on the card. Do you know what I mean? You need the full spectrum of everything. So how are you going to make that happen, Capricorn? And your gut will tell you how to make that happen. Anyway, I hope that has been of some help to you, Capricorn. Let me know down below if it resonates or not. I'll be back again later in the week on whatever the next Monday is. They'll be up by Monday, but I'm aiming for Sundays for the next weekly reads to come up for the first week of March. Yeah, if you feel like subscribing and you want to get notified of that, there's a button down here somewhere. There's a bell if you want to get notifications. If you want a personal read, then there's details. Everything in housekeeping, decks and stuff is down below, but there's also details of how to get a personal read if you want one. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again next time. That's so much happier, Capricorn. I'm so relieved that's a good one. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.